Tape marker. Action. What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. Ryan680.
I'm Angela, that cat lady Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk for movie fans, guys who be the movie world right into your ears, devices. Let's get right to it. Angela, what movie review are we reviewing today?
We are reviewing the prequel to X, which is Pearl.
Pearl, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, Pearl tells a story of how Pearl became the vicious killer seen in the movie X. Now, when they announced this, A24 by Ty West himself, written and directed by him, of course, I was very on board with it because it seems that A24 had a deal with Ty West and we're like, all right, you got a 3-movie deal. We like the first one. Let's get you it almost feels like essentially that they filmed back to back for sure this one because Pearl was X was just really, not unless X was made a long time ago and it was never wrapped. A lot of scenarios could happen here. But what were you going to say on that?
It's possible because, movies, budget, you just want to get it out right away. So they're like, you know what, we'll just make the prequel. They already have the same set, which is the farm, same actress, Mia Goth. So, there wasn't too much that needed to be done. If they were filming most of the X on the farm, I can see them knocking it out. Back to back,
because it's the same scene. Essentially, that's what it is. It's a little bit different here, guys. The way this movie opens up so just like X, except a little bit more, a little more classic style here, I would say. One for the particularly that one of the things I really did enjoy about this movie was the color schemes in here. The color schemes,
bright, vibrant,
bright for a horror movie to be exact, or to a psychological thriller film, horror film, and I'll be honest here though, he is breaking the barriers. Ty West is breaking the barriers when it comes down to it because you really don't see that too much in a movie like this at all, because Saw, you get all these James Wan movies, they're all dark, they're very dark,
grays,
but Ty West has found the impossible and really found that common ground to where he could actually exceed on that.
And I know that we really liked a very similar movie like that, which was Midsommar. Yeah. For such a horror movie, it was so vibrant and bright. I think
it was bright in the sun. Yeah, it was bright in the sun.
Yeah, so I really liked that concept. This is such a dark, twisted movie, but it's so bright and vibrant.
Yeah, I think for me, I feel like the script and the writing has to be on point in order to really keep that flow going with the bright scenery, with the brightness there. It really needs to correspond very well, and I feel like this movie did that very much so. And at the very end of this movie, guys, be sure to stay in because there is a very end at the end of the credits. There's an end credit scene
very brief.
Very brief. That really shows us. We're not going to mention it, but even so, he did Ty West did announce they're making another movie, and it's coming soon. Which we do get a little hint of it in the film. And so knowing that, dude, this is actually not bad. I really enjoy this because if it's keeping that same momentum, I feel like we got the sucker one, right? The X was the sucker movie that got us hooked. And then the second one was the psychological point of view. And then now the third one, I don't even know what we're going to get out of it. But I'm excited. It's supposed to continue the movie after X with the same, Mia Goth in here. She gets writing credit as well. She was freaking fantastic in this movie.
She was it was all on her. She was going to make this movie or break it. And by gosh, did she make it. She brought that character to life. And you slowly see throughout the movie her descent into madness. She essentially has a breaking point and you see it. Mm-hmm. So I really enjoyed her performance. I really did.
Yeah. No, I did too as well. She really, it really changed a lot for the game, at least for her, for herself carrying this movie on her own a lot. And we get to see a little bit more psychological background, the darkness in here, and we talk about it. People ask me, do I need to see X in order to see this movie? And I would say yes and no, but in my strongest opinion, I'll probably say no because this is a prequel to X. And if I would have watched this before X, I wouldn't say nothing's really spoiled. I would say this movie is spoiled because we saw X already, because we know the outcome of it. We know the outcome of the story already, the plot.
But yeah, I agree with you. You don't need to see X to understand the story.
Yeah, I would say to watch this and X, it will kind of complete your little complete the story for you.
It would wrap up her character because you see her older in X. So to see a young version of her and how she got to that point, I mean, it's nice to see. Like you say, will it spoil it? Like, is it unnecessary to see it? No, I don't think so. But, I mean, why not? I mean, if you see Pearl, you see how she is, and then you see X, like, come on, it's a good movie.
Definitely, guys. I mean, there's just so much of this horror element that I loved with the color schemes. I really enjoyed that. The direction was really good here. I felt like this movie was very well directed. It gave us a story. It gave us a plot that was very different, more dynamic character with Pearl, because she kept mentioning when I was younger and all this stuff. And it just, it's really cool and crazy to know. And it's still astonishing to me how makeup and everything really, I mean, she played the actual Pearl.
And it's funny.
In X.
Yeah, it's funny that, like, it's the same actress from X as it is in Pearl.
Yeah.
And gosh, they're like so different characters. But she does them so well, like, differently. Like, it's so cool, like, to see her.
She's knocking it out of the park. She also gets producing credit in here as well. But yeah, was this the film that we deserved? I'm going to say yes, 100%. Mm-hmm. Rating 1 out of 10, 10 being the highest. I'm going to give this rating.
I would say, only because I didn't enjoy it as much as the first one, as I didn't enjoy it as much as X, I would give this a 7.5. Because I think it's a very solid film. She is such a great actress, to be honest. Now, was it my favorite movie? No.
Yeah.
But I think it was a very solid film. I really do. For a horror film, you know, I really liked it.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I'm going to go a little bit lower. I'm going to go with 7 exactly. Just because, again, it's not as, in my personal opinion, it's not as good as X, the very first one. But again, though, it makes context. It gives us conclusion to where Pearl really started out with and everything. And I love that. That's really good. I love that whole dynamic there. It's really good momentum there. Really good story flow, really good direction. I enjoyed Mia Goth. I really did. She was phenomenal. And knowing where they're announcing another one, now that she's going to play that new character. So I'm excited to see where she goes in the 80s now in Los Angeles. So that's definitely it's going to be very interesting. I can't wait to see where this story finally unfolds, because after they said this is the last one, the trilogy, to complete that trilogy. I can't believe he made already 2 movies so quick, and it's
making a third one.
Yeah, he's making a third, or I would say most of it's probably filmed. I would say
probably.
You never know, but yeah, we do recommend this movie, guys, to Alamo City Movie Talk fans, moviegoers. Be sure to check this out at a theater near you. Any final thoughts, Angela?
I would say give it a try. If you liked the style of X, I think you'll really enjoy this film. Yeah. I would say it's not as gory slasher, but I feel like the story backs it up. Like, you get to see inside Pearl's world, essentially. Mm-hmm. So I enjoy that aspect of it. So I would say give it a try if you're a little skeptical of it. Definitely, guys. All right, guys. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. You can hold Ryan 680. I'm Anja, that cat lady Ange. And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Question is for you. What did you think of this movie, guys? Put in the comments down below. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Were you like, it wasn't as good, it wasn't as gory? That's totally fine here, because there is less gore in this movie, I would say. But needless to say, you went to go see it in theaters. That's awesome. So thank you so much, guys. If you have not already, like, share, subscribe. Get subscribed to get notified on our movie reviews, reaction videos, and all that good stuff. Thank you so much, guys. Stay safe, San Antonio. Get up now. Wake up, wake up.